Now this one is called Over the Rainbow. It,
Ooh.
are you doing the is Israel Akanakadogwak?
That's absolutely right.
Yeah, yeah. I remember when I worked at Barnes and Noble, that was one of our top selling CDs. Every day, like one person would come in and go, "Do you have that CD by the larger gentleman with the ukulele?" And we'll be like, "Over the Rainbow."
What else did he
Yes.
do besides that, though?
Nothing. But they
Okay.
wanted his whole album just for that.
It is great.
I like it. It annoys me because I heard it a lot in the store, but I
It's
always liked its
beautiful.
use in 51st Dates.
Oh, yeah. I love that movie. I want to
Yeah,
watch that again. I haven't seen that
it's
in so
great.
long.
I hadn't either, but I watched it this past year and really held up better than I was expecting.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah, yeah. All right. The writer of this episode is Mare Smith. You'll recall she's the one that was on like the Buffy fan boards that they like plucked out of obscurity to write for the show. Um, she has now written Untouched. She co-wrote Redefinition and Blood Money, and now this is her second solo script.
Wow, pretty good run here.
Yeah, yeah, not bad. And then our director is Fred Keller, who we just met a few weeks ago. His first episode was Disharmony.
Amazing episode.
Yeah, yeah.
Probably the
Now he's
best one ever.
back again for a very ambitious episode, director wise. I was thinking about all the fucking makeup and set design that had to happen for this episode.
Yeah.
Um, all right, let's hear you scrote.
I think she was really good with the actors too. I think this is like the best episode for the actors in a little bit. I think they're all really good, especially Angel.
Are
Angel's
you
so funny.
attributing that to the director or the writer?
Um, that's a good question. The both.
Okay, it's a
I
well put
actually,
together app.
yeah, I don't know because the writing they do give like Angel a lot of funny stuff, but the director probably lets him flex his muscles as much as he wants to. So, but it's also on the actor too. Everybody came to play. I don't know,
Yeah, man.
but we are at Carrot. Are we done?
Done with what?
Is that it? Or are we going into the
Yeah,
episode?
yeah, yeah. Get into it.
Okay, so we worry where Cordelia is. Obviously, she fucking disappeared, went into the dimension, the portal. We don't know where
Yeah.
she is. And by the way, it was I love the outfit they give Cordelia this episode. She's just like she looks so hot. I felt like she's in that denim outfit. She looks so
Yeah,
good.
it's like a jean, like a one piece jean suit.
Yeah, it was like the Cordelia action figure. I feel like would
It
look
did
like
feel like
this,
that.
right?
Yeah, you're right.
That's what I was getting vibes of. It was really cool. And it felt so out of place because she was in this other world just wearing like a denim thing. And then she gets
Yeah.
put in like a slave outfit or whatever. But she starts out. I love it. But anyway, so she tries kicking her heels together. Love that part.
Yeah,
Didn't
it's
work.
over the rainbow, right?
Oh wow. Yeah, I didn't think about that. And so there's this big creature. She calls it a hairy hell beast, and it starts chasing her. And I was really worried for her life. But it's just like a little puppy dog. It starts licking her.
You know what's wild is we've seen this fucking creature before.
Wow.
It's exactly the same creature that Tucker raised to attack the prom.
Wow. Yeah, I think you're right about that.
It is, and so it's like, did he summon them from this dimension?
That's good.
Right?
Who's Tucker? Who the hell's Tucker?
He was only in that one episode. Remember his like origin story was like him like asking a girl out and her going like, "Ew, no," and he was like, "I will get the world."
Yeah. Damn Tucker.
We'll meet his brother at some point.
Wow. Who would have ever thought that?
I know.
Does he say I'm Tucker's brother?
Yes.
What the hell?
He goes,
Uh,
Tucker, he like raised Hellbees to attack the school. I'm that dude's brother.
I mean, this might be true then. He might have got them from this place.
Yeah, I'm
I,
telling you.
I'm assuming that's what happened. If all right. And we go back to Caritas, right? We don't really. Does Lauren, can he not get drunk?
Oh, he does say that, which I thought was weird.
And
We
he's
see him
drinking.
drink
He like
alcohol a lot.
he says, God, I wish I could get drunk while he's drinking alcohol.
Yeah.
So it's not like I wish I could get drunk and he's a sober person. Like he can't drink. He's drinking, saying, I wish I could get drunk.
Yeah,
Like
I
it's
guess his
not working.
body chemistry just doesn't get drunk. But I It's a weird line because then later in the episode, one of the things they're bartering is something called like flib liquor. And I was like, well, they clearly drink in Pylea.
Yeah, good point. I didn't think about that moment, but you're right.
Yeah,
So maybe it's him specific. It's not like his species. It's him. Something happened.
could be.
We'll
Maybe he's
learn
an
about it.
alcoholic. He has to drink non-alcoholic beverages.
Oh man, maybe it was non-alcoholic.
I don't
I
know.
don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But a cool line here where he says, "You guys are gonna want to change clothes. You don't want to go looking human." And it's like, "Oh no, Cordelia's there looking human. What are you talking about? We don't want to look
Yeah,
human."
she's looking human as hell.
Yeah. And so yeah, it just like starts licking her a whole bunch. And there's this is it called a sequel? I wrote sequel.
Yeah, I think that is what it is.
Is that the creature, what the species, or it's his name?
Um, I think it's the species.
Okay, so he's a sequel. And did we learn the owner's name? I feel like I didn't get that.
We got it later at the market, but I didn't take note of it or anything.
Okay. And you think he's gonna be like a good guy, but he's like kind of he lassos Cordelia, takes her into town, and the way he lassos her, you get a great shot of it going around her chest. Pretty funny stuff.
Yeah, it's like one right above her boobs and one right below her boobs.
Yeah, we just squeeze her boobs.
It's like
Yeah,
a bolo kind of a situation.
interesting. Yeah. So we take her and we sell her for like a pint of that alcohol and a pig.
Yeah, right. And she's very offended. That's it. What the fuck?
And we put a shock collar on her. That sucks.
Yeah, it's shit isn't going real well for Cordelia.
We learned we were right about he came in that abandoned building and turned it into Caritas. So
Yes, yeah. I'd
confirmation there.
forgotten that, but we called it.
Yeah, good stuff there. And he talks about how it's a hell dimension because there's no music over there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why he came over here and loves it here because he loves
He's
music.
he says he heard music in his head and he thought he was weird, and then he came to Earth, and the first time he heard Aretha, he's very excited.
Yeah. Yeah. It makes sense. And a lot of stuff. I
He
got really
knows so much about music though. Like anytime someone's like singing in his club, like he knows exactly what it is. He knows the history of the artist and shit. Like he's done a lot of references. And I'm like, he's only lived on Earth for like 5 years.
really. It's lived 5 years.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, cause that's when they say it happened.
Yeah, but honestly, I bet like within 2 or 3 months of owning like a karaoke bar, you do know everything about music, probably.
I don't know. He must have done a lot of research.
Yeah,
I bet he was on Napster a lot.
you think so?
Yeah.
I think that's possible. What about Groove Shark? You ever use Groove Shark? That's what I used in middle
I,
school
I never used that. No, I went from Napster to Kazaa to LimeWire.
to Spotify.
Yeah.
Wow, pretty good. Um, a lot of convoluted shit about the hotspot. I don't know. Like
After the
cold.
hotspot's used, it gets cold for a while. So they can't use the one in Caritas or the one in the library because those portals were recently opened.
You're right. So we have to go find a new one. And Lauren knows somebody named Aggie, which I
Yeah.
guess we meet a little later on.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we're a little convoluted there. I didn't love all that stuff, but I liked Aggie. She was pretty nice. But
I'll tell you what, Aggie, we've seen her.
oh shit, where?
Yeah. She's in the Buffy pilot.
Wow,
All
your
right.
favorite episode?
Remember that scene where the two cheerleaders they discover the dead girl and the or the dead boy, the one that Darla kills at the beginning. They find him in a locker and then he falls out and they scream.
Yeah,
She's one of those girls.
that's incredible.
Yeah, her name's Aura.
Aura.
Yeah, and they reference her like that's the only episode we see her in, but they reference her a couple times in later episodes. Like Cordelia will be like referring to another cheerleader or something. She'll say Aura.
Wow, I love that. That's all really
Yeah,
cool. So great history there with this
yeah.
actor.
How about it? She was later this actress a regular on the show Girlfriends, which was on the air for many fucking years. So she's had a pretty good career.
I thought you were gonna say girls. I don't think I know girlfriends.
No, Girlfriends. It started on like the on UPN and then it was on the CW and then they canceled it and I think like BET picked it up. So like it's had like a ton of seasons.
Should we make boyfriends?
Boyfriends.
You want to do that one? Take it back for the boys this time.
Oh, like when No Scrubs came out and then they put out No Pigeons.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I don't know that.
there was a comeback track. Well, boys aren't scrubs. You're fucking pigeons.
Who came out with that one?
Some rapper. I don't remember his
Oh,
name. If I
yeah,
Let me see if I can find it here on Spotify.
yeah. No
No,
pigeons.
no pigeons. Maybe that'll be the finishing song of this episode,
Oh, we talked about some good.
or a
I
Sum
was gonna do Over the
41.
Rainbow probably.
Here it's by Sporty Thieves. Can you hear
Okay.
this?
The franchise, he
Yeah,
said.
he starts off saying the franchise.
This is the franchise. Oh, I've heard this.
So bad. All right. Yeah, Sporty Thieves, gang.
Well, they didn't make it.
I guess not. But look, they all had thief names, the rappers.
Yeah.
One of them was Steven Spielberg.
What? They're just a joke.
I swear, I swear. And one of the other ones was Robin Hood.
Oh my god.
Guys, everybody check out the Sporty Thieves.
You know what I just thought about?
What?
Robin Hood.
What about it?
He robs Robin Hood.
Yeah,
I literally never thought about that. He's Robin all the time.
that's right.
Robin Hood.
And he wears a hood.
Yo, they're geniuses.
But this
Have
guy,
you ever thought about that?
I think that yeah, I have, but I think this guy from Sporty Thieves is even smarter because it's
He made
Robin
it obvious.
Hood, like the hood, because
Yeah.
that's where the Sporty Thieves would be from.
Yeah. Huh, I really never thought about his name, like how he's a fucking thief and he wears a hood.
Yeah, bro.
Wow.
You would have gotten it if they popped a nice apostrophe at the end of that first name.
You're so right. Isn't the thing like they never made a good Robin Hood? Isn't that the thing?
I've always said that there's never been a good Robin Hood. There's never been a good Three Musketeers. Prove me wrong. Those stories suck.
Even Men in Tights, you don't like that one? You don't like the
No.
original one?
No.
animated?
That's the best. No, that's not the original. Jesus Christ. No, the best Robin Hood is probably the Errol Flynn one from like the 40s. I think it's called The Adventures of Robin Hood. But like, you can fucking keep Robin Hood. There's been so many Robin Hood movies.
Yeah, the freaking Russell Crowe one.
Dude, I saw that one in theaters and it was so boring.
Yeah, I can imagine. It's
Yeah.
2 hours, 20 minutes long with Kate Blanchett and Max von Sydow.
Directed by Ridley Scott during like not a particularly good period of Ridley Scott.
There are a lot of famous people in here, actually. I didn't know about.
Ridley
cool.
Scott gets big actors, bro.
William Hurt, Oscar Isaac, the guy from Succession that wins Succession, basically. The Leah Seydoux,
Who won Succession? I don't remember.
the husband, right?
Oh, Matthew
Jim's husband.
McFadden.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Matthew McFadden.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. Robin Hood. Anyway, though.
What was that character's name? Tom.
Tom. Yeah, I was gonna call him Jim.
The way I was able to think of it is, you can't make a Tomlet without breaking a few Gregs.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Man, him and Greg. Did Greg kind of win too?
He did all right.
Did he end up like second in command?
I don't remember.
I don't either.
I gotta rewatch Succession, I guess.
Yeah, I want to wait until like 2030.
I'm not gonna wait that long, but I'll probably wait till 2026 or 7.
Okay, yeah, that's reasonable. I forgot where we were.
Gun
Leaves.
Oh, yeah, Gun leaves. Fucking Gun.
Yeah, it's fucked up. Oh, the
Fine,
thing.
go help your shitty gang.
Yeah. The thing we learned though is that if you go through the portal at the same time, you could get separated. So that's how we learned Cordelia is not with Lauren's cousin, and that's also how we learned we need that car to not get separated.
But the car could turn you into a weird Siamese twin with whoever you're with.
But what if you're with a lot of people? We could do it with a lot, like mix all you together.
Yeah, all of you.
Holy shit!
You'd
Glad
be
that
like
didn't happen. Could happen on the way back.
You'd be like a bunch of little kids in a trench coat.
That's funny.
Yeah.
What if it does happen on the way back?
We'll check it
We also
out,
don't know
bro.
how to get back, do we?
No, because the book gets left behind.
Right, that goddamn book. Wesley, I feel like Wesley blamed Angel for it, but it seemed like that was Wesley's fault.
It was nobody's fault, as it
Right,
turns out.
right.
Yeah,
But
but
Wesley was holding it. It felt
they
like.
were definitely. I don't know about that.
I thought he said the spell, and then they went
Oh, you're
through.
right. Angel drove. So yeah,
Oh
it would have
yeah.
been Wesley's fault.
But what I feel like they were like, you had it. No, and it was like, what? You clearly had it. What are you talking about? But it wasn't his fault. Yeah, they went through and he just couldn't bring it through or whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't pass through portals.
So Gunn shows up and he says he's leaving. He says like a lot of shit happened home and that somebody died and he doesn't want to leave them
Who
anymore.
died? Who died?
Brondell.
Very good. Good job.
Yes. Yes. That was literally a 50-50 shot. Uh, I thought it was pretty fucked up though. Like they're like Cordelia's gone. Like he couldn't stay and help Cordelia and then leave. I mean, he does end up coming back, but in this moment, I was like, why not help Cordelia? Like make sure she's safe and home, and then you can go do what you got to do.
Because this might be a suicide mission. I think they're thinking like we could never come back from this.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I understood those stakes really.
I mean,
I
you're
guess
going
anybody
to
could die.
another dimension.
I guess so. And it helped because Lauren was like really freaked out by it. He didn't want to go back, so you understood it was so scary.
You don't even know if time runs the same way. Like, remember, like Angel was gone like for like 3 months, but he was in hell for like 200 years or something.
Oh yeah. So yeah, Gunn leaves. Uh, whatever. I don't know. So we go to Cordelia. Cordelia is she like encounters some woman, right? I
Mm.
think I'm jumping a little ahead. I think this is earlier we talked about when she gets sold, and that happens right here.
Oh,
So
okay.
we're a little ahead of
You
ourselves.
want to come back to the woman?
What is that? Is that a joke or something?
No, no. Do you want
Oh,
to do it in order?
well, yeah, we'll come back to that. Well, now we go meet Aggie, your favorite, the one that was in that she played Aura, right?
Yeah, Aura
Aura, she's
from
back.
Welcome to the Hellmouth, one of the
Yeah.
top 70 episodes of Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Wow, according to you. And so Lauren, I love this. He has a few lines. He says he'd rather drink or have a hydrochloric acid facial than go home. Or
Yeah.
he would rather invite a hive of wasps to nest in his throat. He'd
Yep.
also rather do that. And he would also rather see a junior high production of the musical Cats.
Yeah. We've already heard him in a previous episode talking shit about Andrew Lloyd Webber. So this crops up again here. This
Oh, wow.
motherfucker does not like Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Yeah, good call. Real hater there. But yeah, that's pretty fun. But Aggie, she says, I'll only help you guys if you visit home again. You have to go back home and check in.
Yeah, you need some closure, bro.
So he agrees. He's not very happy about it, but he agrees. So there's like a lot of thing here. We wonder like how do we get through without separating? And we suggest handcuffs possibly. And very funny here. Wesley says, I don't know. I don't know anything about handcuffs. He
Yeah,
does say he
yeah.
has handcuffs.
Wesley was doing a little BSM or what is it?
BDSM. You
BDSM
should
with
know that.
well, yeah, I probably should. With old Virginia Bryce. Am
Yeah,
I right?
absolutely. He had handcuffs and who knows what else. Probably whips and chains and stuff.
Yeah, he might have his own little red room like Christian Grey.
That'd be amazing. And then these two lawyers come in, Gavin Park and Mr. Hayes.
Yeah, now I don't think we ever see Mr. Hayes again, but Gavin Park is a new character.
Seemed like it. And he's from Lost.
Yeah, he's Daniel Day Kim from Lost, and also he was on that Hawaii Five O show.
That's right.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah, it was weird. He says, I'm Gavin Park. This is Mr. Hayes. We don't even get that guy's name, Mr. Hayes. But he's Gavin
yeah.
Park. That was weird. I guess he wanted
Gavin
to let him
Park.
introduce himself. You're Mr. Hayes. You can introduce your name if you want to. All right. But they're there from Wolfram and Hart. Apparently,
You know what's wild is Jason Hayes. That's the name of David Boreanaz's character on SEAL Team.
oh shit.
How
Jason
about that?
Hayes. I hate that Jason Hayes. He doesn't look like a
Why?
Jason.
He's a Jason. I'm telling you, he sold me. He's a great actor. He made me believe he's a Jason.
Yeah, no, I believe it. He could do it, but
What about his Bones character, Sealy Booth? Is that
yeah,
better?
way better.
Okay.
I love that one.
You always like complicated names. It's like when I said I love Bill Tench, and you were like, "What about the actor who plays him, Holt McCallany? That's a way better
Yeah,
name."
well, you hyped
Uh,
up Bill Tinch like the greatest name you've ever
You
heard.
like to like have these names all dressed up. I just like names to seem real.
Yeah, maybe it's because I have like kind of a weird name, Logan Adair. That's not that normal.
I don't know. I feel like I see Adair's all the time.
Really,
Yeah.
I knew like my one of my history teachers. He named his daughter Adair. He was like, I have a daughter named Adair, but really, I didn't. I didn't really know that many others
Yeah,
aside from
I've
my
like
family.
I haven't noticed it, like I didn't notice it before I met you. Well, we still haven't met. But like but since then I've noticed it crop up a
I see it
lot.
in credits, like some. I think
Yeah,
Linklater's editor is Sandra Adair. Somebody's editor. I think they want to say it's him,
there you
but
go.
I see it sometimes in credits. But I
I
don't know
never
any
see
personally.
Ehrenberg, bro, and when I do, it's
That's true.
spelled wrong.
Yeah, I couldn't name a single other one besides you, Lynn.
Yeah. A couple, I remember when I was on Facebook, a couple other Daniel Ehrenbergs friended me on Facebook.
Oh,
I was like,
weird.
oh, wow.
Yeah. All right. But I forgot where we were. Aggie. I really forgot
Which,
where we were.
handcuffs.
Oh yeah, the hand. Oh yeah, the lawyers come in. They're there to. They want to take a look at the hotel. They might buy the hotel. Kick
Yeah,
Angel out
apparently
of
his
there.
lease is up in 6 months.
That seemed like a long ways away. They're like, it's up in 6 months, so we're gonna come look. It's like, all right, but he still has 6 months. This isn't like that severe, right? They can't
Yeah,
kick him out now, can
seriously.
they?
No, I wouldn't think so.
Yeah, it seemed like he was in such a hurry. Like, oh no, but you got six
I'd
months.
be worried if I was Angel, though, that the time would move different in the other dimension.
He
And then
comes
by the
back and
time I
they're
get back, 6 months have passed. Fucking Wolfram
or
Hart's got my
years past. They're
place.
already moved in.
Yeah,
What if that
yeah.
happened? That's a good point, actually. Yeah, we set that up and then we left. It's a good call. And you know more, so you might be setting me up there. But we cut to Cordelia. She's like, I called her a slave earlier, and I felt a little awkward about it because I don't like using the word slave. But I think they say she's a slave,
She's
maybe.
a slave. What do you want?
Yeah, what do you want? She's like she's shoveling demon
Why do
horse
you not
poo.
like using the word slave?
Uh,
Because
sometimes I
it
hear,
has connotations with
of course,
civil rights and things.
and sometimes I hear people like saying like I'm slaving away, and I'm like, oh, you shouldn't say that. That's not like
No,
a
of course not. That's like that's dumb to say shit like that. But like also, she's a slave.
yeah. I'm not like saying they didn't exist, slavery or whatever. I
Yeah.
just don't. I don't know. I don't like talking about it, obviously. But so yeah, apparently, yeah, we meet the new girl. Who's she?
Zoe Deschanel.
Oh, very funny.
Yeah, thank you. No, this is we set her up in the previous episode.
Oh, the
She's
librarian.
yes, she's Winifred, who we call Fred, who
Oh,
went missing from the library like 5 years ago.
of
And
course.
yeah, she is.
Yeah. And we learned from her that if you take off that collar, your head will, I think she said implode, not explode,
Yeah,
but it'll
so I
implode.
think so.
That's
But
crazy.
yeah, this is great character. Amy Acker is the actress.
I thought it
She
was weird
does
when she like forgot how to laugh and she was like, oh, yeah, laughing. I was
well,
like,
she's
what?
been there a long time as a slave. Like she hasn't had any joy in years, probably.
That was a really scary
Uh
moment. Yeah.
yeah, but anyway, she becomes a Joss Whedon regular. You could
Oh,
catch her
no.
in no, nothing like that.
How
You
do
could
you know?
catch I really don't. But she's in Cabin in the Woods.
What?
Yeah. She's one of those scientists at the thing. She's like hanging out with Bradley Whitford and shit.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't question it, but the person who came back from the first episode of Buffy, you think she had any Joss involvement too? Maybe Joss is getting all his favorites here.
I sort of wondered about that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, yeah. Any of these things that I would find cool, now I just find ew. So that kind of sucks. But
Yeah, I don't know. I've never heard anything weird about his relationship with Amy Acker, but I feel like he was more about hooking up with extras.
okay, yeah. Way to go, Joss.
Yeah.
And so we learn she Cordelia learns about the other girl. She says she came through a portal, and that other girl is like a portal. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
We learned that guy's name is Narwek, I think.
She also has a line that where she's like I I couldn't figure out the math to open another portal, which is weird for me. And she's referring to the fact that she was studying to be like a biochemist or something when she was on Earth.
Hmm. That's
Because
pretty cool.
we set that up. Remember, she's a librarian, but she was in school for some science.
Wow. Yeah. So hope she gets her life back. That actually, I feel like that adds a lot to her character.
Yeah,
But who is Angel leaving a voicemail for?
Gun.
Oh, that was to Gun. Okay,
Yeah.
I thought we were supposed to think it was for like Buffy or Willow or somebody because she
Oh
was just like
yeah.
looking at the phone.
I actually thought it was Buffy at first, but then later in the episode, when Gun shows back up, he's like, "I got your voicemail."
Oh shit! All right, so it all came
Yeah.
together. And so yeah, basically that. And I thought that was very funny. He's waiting on Wesley to have his. I always write Wes in my notes, and it makes him feel so much more manly, like so much cooler than he is. There's such a difference between Wes and Wesley, isn't there?
Why is Wesley not manly?
Um,
Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes, you're right. I guess
That's the
Wes.
first Wesley I think of, and then Glenn Wesley, who used to play for the Hartford Whalers.
All right, I just think Wesley is like a nerdier name than
Well, I
Wes.
mean, Wes is a nerdier name. Are you kidding me?
Wes Bergman.
I just named two super manly dudes, and you got Wes Bergman. When we first met him, he was some little emo prick, and Wes from Survivor, who's a fucking loser.
Oh, he's not a loser. He ate a bunch of hot wings one time
Yeah, he sure did.
and tacos.
Yeah.
Come on. And his dad recently passed away.
Well, he has a cool dad.
He had a cool dad. Anyway,
Oh,
yeah, that was bad. But Wesley, I thought it was very funny. We're waiting on him to have a eureka moment, and then he goes eureka.
yeah.
He does that apparently.
When I was a kid, I watched a show called Eureka's Castle on Nickelodeon.
Wasn't there a show called Eureka?
Oh yeah, there was a show called Eureka. I think Jane Espenson might have written for it.
No.
Yeah, I'm not even joking.
Wow. I thought you were gonna say that you watched that, but you watched some other
No,
Eureka.
I never did. I was always reluctant to watch sci-fi channel shows because I feel like the production values never looked that good. The only exception really was Battlestar Galactica.
Mm-hmm. They
Yeah.
made films, Sharknado films, 6 of them.
Yeah, I don't believe the production values are super great on those.
No, I beg to differ.
Yeah.
We there's the owner. That woman's name is Vacma. Apparently, Cordelia's like owner. I don't know. Guess that's not
Okay.
important.
Yeah.
But there's something about Viper's milk. Cordelia like has Viper's milk.
Well, she's holding like a bucket to like into town for her owner.
And she's like,
And
"Don't drop my Viper's milk."
right, but something happens.
What happened?
She gets a vision.
Oh, right. Did she drop the milk?
I noticed that she does drop the milk, but right on its bottom. It doesn't spill at all.
Oh, wow. Amazing
Yeah.
luck there. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Don't have to milk the freaking Viper again. How do you milk a Viper? What is that?
I don't know, man. What about those like cows they had? It was or it was like a sort of horse. I think they were calling them horses, but they
She called
looked
him a
like
demon horse. She said she's
yeah,
claimed up the demon horse's poo.
yeah.
Yeah, but we thought Cordelia, like we treated her like a cow. We said she was a cow.
Yeah, we're calling humans cows in this world.
Right. I guess because they do the work. I don't know what's going on.
But they're at one point they're pushing around like a bull in like the town square or whatever, and I was like, so cows exist in this world. I wonder what
Good
they're
point.
called.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good call. I
Yeah.
don't know. So yeah, Cordelia has a vision, and we treat her like she's a fucking witch or something. She's cursed, we say,
Yeah.
because her
Everyone
vision
sort of
came
like
true.
gathers around with like pitchforks and shit.
Yeah, she had a vision that one of them was being killed by one of the villagers was being attacked by a demon, and then that
A
actually
a,
happens.
a Draken, which
Oh,
is
really?
the type of demon we saw in the previous episode with the long arms and the pig face.
That's really cool. So he
Yep.
he got in through the portal, I guess. I don't
Well,
know.
I think they're from here. Like they run
Oh,
wild in
oh, right.
Pilot.
He popped out at Caritas. You're right.
Yeah.
Totally. And so we get in our car because that's the only way that you can go through. And it's just 3 of us. It's Wesley, it's Angel, and it's Lorne. And then
Yeah.
Gunn shows back up. We thought he
That's
was
right.
gone. He was really only gone for one scene. It really wasn't that impactful. I mean, it
I
was pretty good.
I felt warm hearted from this.
I did too, but I just questioned why he was leaving in the other scene. Like, why not help stay for this mission, help Cordelia? But
Listen, I think this cements him once and for all as part of the gang, and part of Angel's gang, not his other gang. But
did he make it there and they told him like beat it, gun, or did he had to
I
change of
think
heart
he
and come
was
back
there for a
halfway?
little while, and then he got that voicemail from Angel, and he was like, "That's where I belong."
Oh, okay. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about the voicemail was to him. So
But also they shot this scene. They're like outside of a movie studio. They say it's this studio where they shoot the show Angel. They just shot it at the gates of where they work.
wow, that's
Yeah.
that's pretty neat. I like that. And we drive through the portal and the book falls on the ground. And it was Wesley's fault.
Yeah.
And so I love this part. We get out. The sun doesn't burn Angel, and we try to cover up the car. We need some branches to cover up the car. And Angel looks over, sees a branch over. He's like, "Hey guys, I think there's some branches over there in that patch of sun. Oh, I'll go get it. Don't worry."
Yeah.
Runs over.
Boreanaz is fucking adorable in this sequence.
Yeah, MVP. Uh,
You think so?
oh yeah, Steely Dan or whatever you called him. What was he from? What was the name of that
Oh,
show?
Sealy Booth.
Sealy Booth. Yeah, MVP. He's
Yeah.
amazing here. One of my favorites. He's been. He's had some better ones probably, but
I mean,
well,
he's always great though when they like let him be really light and shit.
mm-hmm. It's my
I
favorite version of him. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of. And so I don't remember what I was gonna say. Move on.
But he also does like he is really good. There's I mean we've talked about it, but there's a reason he's been had like a 30-year career. I mean not 30
He
years stretching it, but
he
25.
is the rare natural TV star that understands that the star power he brings only works on TV.
Yeah, he lives
There
on
are
TV. He
there
loves
are
it.
so many actors who like will try to do movies for a couple years when their show ends, and then they'll go back to another TV show. Boreanaz is none of that shit. Seal boo bu, 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 bu. Bones started the year after Angel ended, like the next season. Angel ends in May, Bones premieres in September. Bones ends in May, 12 years later. September, SEAL Team starts. This motherfucker owns the television.
Yeah, he flat out does. I mean, we don't have to talk more about him. But is he married? Does he have like a life? He's like a family.
He was married to Jamie Bergman, who was like a hotsy totsy in the 90s.
Okay.
He was on a show called Son of the Beach, which was like a parody of Baywatch, and she was sort of like the Pamela Anderson. Um, but I think he may have cheated on her, and now they're divorced. I might be right about that. Oh no,
Damn.
they're still married, so I
Oh
guess
wow.
they worked through it.
Or
But
maybe that didn't happen. Maybe you made that up.
no, I remember they were struggling for a while, and I think they announced they were separated. But yeah, look at this. It's on his Wikipedia page. He had an extramarital affair in 2010 with Rachel Uchitel, who is the
Oh
same
wow.
woman that Tiger Woods cheated on his wife with. Isn't that insane?
That is insane. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
it's fucking wild, dude.
She's a fucking home wrecker, is what they call it.
Yeah, it's fucking
But
insane.
didn't Tiger do it with like 13 women?
Yeah, it wasn't just that lady, but Boreanaz, fucking went for it.
That's so
But
sad. That's on his Wikipedia page.
I know, but he's been married to Bergman since 2001, so the year that this came out.
That's awesome. It's a little
Yeah.
like Brinchel. He cheated on her, but they made it work.
Yeah, sometimes you can work through that sort of thing. The once a cheater, always a cheater thing, I think is usually true, but sometimes a guy does it once and like really learns his lesson. Like this shit ain't for me. And they can get it together. It's just a risk you have to take with dudes
Yeah, you
like
gotta
that.
test your women, see if they let you cheat or not.
No, dude.
I'm just kidding, obviously.
You gotta test your women.
I'm just joking. So yeah, we hide the car, we look for the book, and we realize the book's gone. So that sucks. Oh, Cordelia, we have to do a test on Cordelia involving a knife.
Yeah, that at first I thought he was just gonna like take her collar off, but it seemed like they did some shit to her.
Yeah, they hurt her. She's in pain when we see her again on the
Yeah,
floor. But I mean, she doesn't bleed out or anything. I don't know. I don't know what they did. But so
looked
yeah,
under her fingernails or something.
I don't know. I don't know I, I really don't know. But Lauren has an old friend, Blix, I think. So we like go to his house, but he hates Lauren because Lauren's a traitor. So we like chase Lauren. Gunn doesn't know what xenophobia is. He says, "Why are we afraid of Xena? She's pretty cool." And that's
I
what you
didn't
think
notice.
about your cat,
I
right?
didn't notice that line.
Your cat's name is Xena. So
My
you're
cat's
you're not
name is
xenophobic at
Xena.
all.
No, I love Xena.
Yeah, exactly.
At, After my girlfriend left for work this morning, she came into the bed with me. It was very sweet.
Oh, it's so cute.
Yeah.
So I don't know, a lot of big action here. I don't know. And Lauren is like, "Oh, we're winning," and then we like cut to them tied up.
No, that's Wesley who says that.
Oh, okay. So yeah,
Yeah.
Wesley, yeah,
I like that cut though. That is funny.
it is funny, yeah. And so yeah, we take Lauren off. We're like, "You're a fucking traitor. We're gonna take you and do an interrogation with you," and we lock everybody else in the dungeon.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Because this world, Piley, is sort of like a fake medieval world, kind of.
why is it fake medieval world? It seems
You
real to me.
know, well, I mean, it's just like it's like Game of Thrones, where like the vibe is medieval, but it doesn't take place on Earth, so it's not really.
But it is their reality. Like it is real.
I know. I'm just saying, like, it looks like a period piece, but it's not.
Right. It honestly reminded me of that Ninja Turtles 3.
Well, that is a period piece. They're in feudal Japan.
Right. But it's like how we go from our world to the other world and it's like but those people seemed like
Is that the one where Raphael almost fucked someone?
yes, it is. But the thing is like Raphael he that happened, but it's like Donatello that wants to stay in Japan. It like didn't make sense. Like cuz the one that wanted to stay didn't even have any reason to
Yeah,
stay.
and like Michelangelo became like friends with like the girl's kid or something.
Oh yeah, maybe he wanted to stay because he
That
was
was a
friends with the kid.
complicated movie.
I remember you. Yeah, I think you liked that more than the second one because like it was better than you thought, and the second one was worse than you thought.
Yeah, I don't remember what my ranking was, but I do remember Secret of the Use didn't hold up the way I thought it would. And I always remembered three being like fucking awful,
Mm-hmm.
and it was watchable.
A lot of jokes about because April is put. She gets in like a skirt, and we're like making jokes like, "Oh, April, you look so sexy." I didn't
I
like that
know.
either.
There's too much of that in all of those movies.
Yeah, yeah, I didn't expect that, but
Yeah.
there really is. But so we go to the dungeon. I like the gun. He says that they're magical chains because it makes him feel better that he can't break out.
I thought that was cute.
So Angel apparently he hears people outside the door talking about the visions and Cordelia. They know that she had to do
Yeah.
some test.
And Gunn's
So
like, what the fuck? Why can't I hear shit? And then Wesley just turns around and is like, vampire.
yeah, vampire. Very funny. I love them walking with the chains. Did you like that?
Of
Wesley like doing
course.
a funny walk with the chains
Yeah.
on his feet. Very funny.
Good physical calm.
Yeah, very good. And we get sentenced to death.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so we will open a door, we walk into a room, and Angel starts fighting everybody. He's like, let's make our attack. And so we start fighting, and then we hear, I think Cordelia, like, she's like,
Clears her throat.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And she says, hi, guys. And she's in like a sexy outfit. I thought it was like the slave Leia
And
outfit.
she's on a fucking throne.
Yeah, she's like the princess because she passed
Yeah.
the test, I guess.
Wild shit.
Yeah, so
Yeah, yeah. I guess like we assumed like having the curse is like a bad thing, but it might be like something that's in a prophecy or something.
yeah, if you're cursed, then you have to do the test, and if you die, you die. But if you live, you're the
Right.
queen or whatever.
Right. It must be something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, so now she's the queen. I wonder how she lived though.
Yeah.
Maybe she is a fucking queen.
We'll find out. I mean, she's got demon in her. Maybe it was like a test to find the demon in her.
Yeah, she is half Doyle or like a
Yeah.
third Doyle or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. So
So
like, that's a fun end.
was Doyle
And
from this place? I feel like Doyle was green.
that's a good point. No, I don't believe so though. You know what? For the first time ever, I've been watching these Buffys and Angels with my girlfriend. For the first time ever, we reached an end of an episode of Buffy, and she was like, "Oh, I want to watch the next one."
Oh wow, that's really
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
No, I've definitely had moments like that in the past. Can't remember specific ones. Maybe like the trial. I was like, oh my god, I gotta watch the next episode.
No, I've for sure felt that way, but she hasn't really been into the show. Like she likes Buffy, and then she sort of like lets me watch Angel. But
Or the
yeah, she.
two-parter, the Faith episode. That one I wanted to go right into
Oh
the next
hell
episode.
yeah, yeah.
Where she says "kill me" right at the end of the episode,
Oh yeah,
like
and
in the
they're like
rain.
crying in the
Is
alleyway.
that
That
Two
is
Shu in
so
L.A.?
good.
That's one of my favorite
No, no,
episodes.
no, that's 5 by 5.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. That's my number one favorite episode. Yeah, that's your
Wow.
second favorite. Um,
No, number one's "Are You Now" or "Have You Ever Been?" Right?
yeah, of course it is. What a weirdo.
Fuck off.
No, just kidding. But fun episode, really fun episode. I
Did
wonder
you
what's gonna
know?
happen with
Did
Cordelia.
you? I was looking at the Wikipedia page for Angel season 2 because it was nominated for some Saturn awards. So I was like, oh, at the end of the season, I'll read that shit.
Mhm.
And it has like under reception, one of the lines is Slayage cited the episode "Are You Now or Have You Ever Been" as the greatest episode of the series. That's me, Logan.
Wow, you wrote that.
I wrote that.
That's amazing. I would say Darla is the best episode.
Well, he said 5 by 5.
Yeah, I know. Darla, I have third place. I just wanted to say Darla because I miss Darla.
She'll be back.
She fucking better. What if she didn't? What if she just never came back?
That would be really annoying.
I would hate that so much.
Yeah.
Uh, what do we give it?
I
Three?
remember feeling annoyed by this. There was a lot of like you thought Darla was going to come back for the last few episodes of the season because they never really wrapped Darla up. And so a lot of people are on the internet when this came out, like this arc, they were like, they must not have been able to get Julie Benz or something. But I read that like she was available. They just were like, we've done enough Darla this season. Let's finish or let's continue it next season.
So no more Darla the rest of the season?
Yeah, yeah, we're doing this for the rest of the season.
Oh my goodness. What about? I feel like we kind of abandoned Drusilla. Drusilla like popped up and then left, and then I don't know where she
Yeah,
went.
I think that's a weird one too. And I gotta be honest, I don't think we see Drusilla again.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What about on Buffy? I guess don't say too much, but that's fucking weird. I don't understand what happened.
Yeah. I don't really either.
But I
Maybe
give it a three.
Joss tried to fuck her.
Maybe.
That's always an option with
She
these
was.
shows.
Yeah,
Yeah. What you gave it a 3?
I think so.
Yeah, I'll do the same.
I think I didn't like the stuff with the hot spot trying to like talk to Aggie. Maybe that was boring to me.
Yeah, you seem to really perk up once they got to Pylea.
Yeah, that was way more interested in that.
Yeah.
But MVP, I'm gonna go with Angel.
David Boreanaz.
He's great here.
He is great. I want to give a shout out to Charisma though.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
And it probably should be her, but
because
David's just too good.
David, he's with like a cast. He's got like a lot of support in his scenes, whereas Charisma Carpenter has to carry all her shit on her own. And I think she does. You're invested in that.
You are, but David stands above everyone in his scenes, and Charisma is just doing what she's asked to do.
All right.
Like David is way better than Wesley and Gunn and Lorne. Cordelia's with nobodies.
Way better? I don't know.
I think so. He really stood out this episode.
All right.
I mean, everyone else was good, but
I got you. They set up the sun thing. You remember in the previous episode, there was that
yeah,
moment where he's like on the set of Cordelia's commercial and he looks up at the fake sun.
right.
That was setting this up.
And we set up that there were. But how did this happen? Because there were two suns. I felt like it should have been like even more powerful, but it was like the sun doesn't even work.
Yeah, evidently they don't affect vampires. They must be made of some different substance than our sun is made of.
Whatever. I feel like they're just making stuff up. But
Well, who gives a shit? It's a fantasy show. Of course they're making shit up.
yeah, who gives a shit? Yeah, you're right. I don't care. I'm just talking.
Yeah.
But so what about LVP? I don't really know.
LVP.
Because I liked Aggie. I like the actor.
No, I liked Aggie too. I might go with Vacma.
Ooh, Vacma. That's a good one. Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
go with Vacma too.
Okay.
For
She was a
being
little
mean.
on the annoying side.
And for being mean. Go milk your own Python,
Hey,
Viper,
what'd you say the second lawyer's name was?
Mr.
Hayes?
Hughes, Mr. Hayes. Mr. Hughes is a wrestler.
Yeah, Mr. Hayes. It's wild because in the credits here on IMDb, that character's credited as Silas.
Mm. Yeah, we didn't learn that. I don't think.
Yeah, well, we do get a totally different name in the show, but yeah, I like mostly everybody else, that like tubby green guy and whatever.
Maybe I'll
But
go Mr. Hayes actually, because Vacma she had a few scenes and I thought she was fine, and she
I
had to sit in
found
like a
her.
makeup chair probably.
Well, I mean, great for her. Yeah, she definitely put in the work, but I'm gonna stick with that.
I'll go Mr. Hayes LVP.
Okay.
Like I just had like put on a suit or whatever. He doesn't even say anything. I don't think.
Well, he's just there to support
Exactly.
Gavin
The other
Park.
girl did way more. So
I don't disagree. All right.
I don't know where to rank them.
Where do I belong?
16th place between the prodigal and judgment.
All right. I like this more than that. So read me up from there.
All right. The prodigal, disharmony. You have that too low, I
Oh,
think. It's with the problem.
what's above that?
Redefinition, blind date, guys will be guys, dead
No,
end.
see, I love all those. You can
Okay.
pop this one right under disharmony.
All right. So you have it 15 between disharmony and the prodigal. And
Yeah, I
I'm
have the
going,
prodigal separating the two Pylea episodes.
I like that. That's good.
Mhm.
I'm going to put it, dead end was the Lindsay is Triple H episode.
Lindsay is Triple H.
He has like the sledgehammer. Is that one?
No, that one is Epiphany. Dead
Oh,
End is
okay.
the one where like it's like him centric and like he leaves and shit.
Okay, okay. So I'm gonna go between Epiphany and Judgment. I'm gonna go 14th place. So I have it 14th, you have it 15th.
That seems fine.
Yeah, I like
Um,
that.
all right, let us read from the Patreon.
All right, so Josh Merlis says about Buffy, he says awfully presumptuous of Buffy to assume, awfully presumptuous for Buffy to assume. I feel like that's a little
It's overwritten, Josh.
yeah. I was gonna say redundant. Yeah, it's redundant
Yeah.
to assume the whole gang is gonna skip town with her like that. I
But
don't
they're gonna die. Like
yeah.
Glory knows them all.
But she does know the key at this point. Why would she kill everybody else if she knows who the key is?
Just to fuck with Buffy. She's a maniac.
Yeah, I didn't think it was that weird, but yeah, I don't know. That scene with Dr. Ben and the Goblin was a little rough going.
The Goblin.
He's a better later on though. Yeah,
Yeah,
Ben.
that's fair. That's
Yeah,
fair.
yeah.
I think he means the performance, which I kind of agree with.
The Goblin. He says, "Spike, my guy. While I'm pretty down on the whole Knights of Ink face plot line, they really have a point. Can't they just destroy the key and prevent Glory from enacting her plan? Is there a reason for keeping the key around? I honestly don't think Dawn's humanity is enough reason." Whoa.
That, Josh, Jesus fucking
Anti Dawn.
Christ.
This could just
Yeah.
kill Dawn and
You
get
just
it
want
over
to
with.
kill Dawn? What the fuck? You know what I got to say? They have another point. The tips of their swords.
Oh, good one. That's a good point. Uh, he's and the pin when they signed the guy out of the hospital that had a point too,
Yeah, very good.
and the knife he pulled out of his sleeve that had a point too. He
Yeah.
says, "Okay, Giles nearly dying had me all choked up. So him dying is sad, but Dawn dying you're completely fine with, and you want to happen."
Jesus Christ, this fucking misogynist over here.
He says, "Great scene. Why wouldn't Ben just be up front with them? He's a dingbat. He should have gone there."
Who's the Archie Bunker?
Seriously, this whole thing would be over if just Dawn or Ben could die. Take one for the team, folks. This episode definitely had its
I gotta
moments.
say, I do think that about Ben a lot. Like, bro, just kill yourself.
What would that solve? Oh,
Glory's
it would
done.
kill Glory, of
Yeah.
course. I mean, if that's the only way to kill Glory, then he does have to die, right?
It's not like his life is so great.
He's a doctor. That's pretty great.
Not anymore. He got fired.
But you can probably get another doctor job pretty easy.
I don't know. He was like I think he was only like a resident. So
Yeah,
if you
it's
fuck
probably
up
actually
on
hard.
that, yeah, it's probably difficult to get placed again.
Yeah, it's like being disbarred or whatever from being a lawyer. Probably.
Right. Yeah. You have to learn a whole nother state. You have to like go to a different state and take the bar again when that happens.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Yeah.
He says, what did he say? But if I saw it, this episode definitely had its moments, but if I saw it without any context, I would think the show was terrible. Well, yeah, yeah. You really have to understand this. This is like Avengers Endgame at this point, right?
Well, yeah, we're like late season 5 of the show. This is the kind of show, like even like during season 2 or 3, like I couldn't recommend an episode to friends of mine. Like even like Josh, who was my friend at this time, like I couldn't get him into the show. You have to watch it from the beginning. You have to like really commit. Like if you're not gonna do that, like it is gonna seem stupid. I remember like my sister didn't keep up with Buffy, and like she came in like during an episode of in season 6, and I was just like in tears watching it. My sister's like, this is dumb. Or
Uh,
like there was one, I remember she came in at one moment, like, and Willow like was doing magic, and she goes, oh, they put black contacts in the girl from American Pie's eyes. And I was like, did like
yeah,
it's
way
just
to
just
discredit everything.
yeah, just diminishing something that I adore with all my heart. But like I understand how it looks that way. But Josh, you have watched every episode.
Yeah. But that's why I kind of think Hush is so special. You could kind of watch that one.
But even that one, it's not going to totally work because a lot of that episode comes from like the character development of these people.
Really, I can't. Yeah, I couldn't really think of that because like the body definitely couldn't do something like I'm thinking about
Yeah.
the great episodes. I think Hush would probably work the
Hush is
best.
probably the one that works the best. You're right, because it's undeniably great and like well shot and scary, and you don't have to know that much. But even that episode ending with like Buffy and Riley, like we need to talk and shit. Like you'd probably have to walk someone through, like, well, there's this thing called the Initiative, and they're like a government agency, and her boyfriend works for them. There's like a bunch going on.
Could you do the Zand when Bewitched, Bothered, Bewildered, or
Uh,
Faith, Hope, and Trick? Introduction of Faith. You could say they're just a new Slayer. I feel like people understand that, and then they can watch the
Maybe.
episode.
But then they're like, well, I thought there's Buffy's the chosen one. Why is there? And then you
Oh,
have to be like, well, there was this girl Kendra, and Buffy died for a second, and like like
yeah. And when Slayer's dead, one arises, so she
yeah,
died. Now there's another one.
everything on this show builds on previous episodes.
Right. Yeah. But this one in particular, it felt like everything coming together and the big action. It would be hard to watch, but I don't think
I
that's a
think
problem with
that's
the show or
true of
anything.
most third to last episodes of seasons of shows.
Yeah, especially season 5 of the show.
Yeah.
So I don't think he's criticizing. He's probably just pointing something out.
No,
Uh
but I'm saying this because also his Angel comment said something similar.
oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
He take one for the team. This episode definitely had its moments, but if you saw it, oh, okay. He said it's kind of a watershed development with Buffy just flat out killing a bunch of dorks. I mean, people. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he caught it.
Killing a bunch. She only
I
kills
think
one.
I think she only kills one. Yeah.
Come on, Josh. But I didn't even notice. So crazy. What'd she kill him with an axe? You said throws an
Yeah,
axe.
I think you're just used to seeing Buffy throw axes at motherfuckers, but
Yeah,
this is the first time it's been established as a human being.
yeah. These are humans.
Yeah.
Josh again says about Angel. He says this episode was very cutesy and silly. I'm entertained, but what am I? But am I watching something good? Yes.
That's up to you.
Buffy was
Like
better.
I agree, but like am I watching something good? It's like it's the same thing. Like, are you committed or not? Like, if you are invested in what's happening, then you're watching something good. If this is your first episode of Angel, probably not great.
Right. Right. But I was committed.
Yeah,
Gun left.
we all
I'm so
are.
concerned for
I feel
Gun.
like Josh is having like a mid show crisis.
Yeah, it seems like he hates the shows now. He wants
Yeah.
out. It's crazy. Yeah. He says, or this is Laura now. Laura underscore 94 says, does Ben not have his own place to live?
Yeah, I don't think he does. I think he just lives in that like castle where she is.
Yeah. Why not? You got a castle, big honking castle, according to Riley. That one episode, Dracula.
Buffy versus Dracula. Very good.
That's right. He says, I love that it's Xander walking out with Buffy for the negotiation, not Spike. It shows how important their friendship still is. I feel like it's
Yeah, I didn't
been
even
so
think about
obvious
that.
lately. I feel like that's not been so obvious lately. Xander and
Yeah,
Buffy.
no, it's true because
Speaking of
Buffy's been.
Riley, I feel like that episode was the last time we really got them together, right?
You're probably right about that, or maybe the one where he's Puffy Xander.
Yeah, true. But I feel,
Yeah,
but they really only did like action scene. Did they have like a good heart to heart there? That one, he was like really like
yeah. Don't
Xander is
don't
like
you remember? She hugs him, and he's like, "Oh, now is the time you choose to hug me."
right. No, you're right. You're right about
Yeah,
that. Was that the
but
next episode?
I think it was the next episode. But yeah, it's been since then, really, because understandably, Buffy's been more invested in what's happening with Dawn and her mom, and
Yeah.
Xander's been in a very serious relationship with Anya.
Right. This is yeah, I think we talked about like this is the most Buffy's gone through in such a short period. It's
Yeah, she even
really
says in the episode, like between Riley and Tara and my mom, and I think she says another thing too.
Dawn or Glory, one of those two.
Yeah, yeah.
She says, maybe I'm forgetting something, but why does Dawn not remember the last time Ben turned into Glory? Yeah, I think that's a good question. I don't think you're forgetting something.
It's explained in the next episode.
But was it revealed Dawn didn't remember? I feel like it just wasn't touched on.
Well, she has now seen Ben. Like she would have said something like when Ben showed up here.
Yeah, so I guess yeah. Why didn't she say anything?
It's
So
explained in the next episode.
all right. When they talk about the key being able to break down barriers between dimensions, would that include Pylea?
Yeah, I thought about that too, which I never had before because I haven't watched these like back to back ever.
I assume
So,
so, though.
but yeah, I would think that would be part of it. Yeah.
So Dawn's gonna go save Cordelia
Yeah. I guess.
if she even needs saving. She's the queen now. May not need saving. She says, "Angel and the Sun is the cutest thing ever." Agreed about that.
Yeah.
I'm from Austria. Holy shit.
I
We're
didn't know
taught
that.
British English in school, and I'm generally more in touch with British than American pop culture words. Words like humor. Because she said humor with a U once. Remember we
Yeah.
questioned where she's
Yeah.
from. Words like humor just look wrong to me without the U, probably because I read more books with British spelling.
Hmm.
Wow, Austria. I thought that said Australia first, but Austria is amazing. Isn't that
Isn't
like
that
where
where
Arnold is from?
Arnold?
Yeah.
That's all any American knows about
That's so
Austria.
embarrassing. I'm so sorry. She says, I've never seen the old Doctor Who episodes. You really don't need to watch those to be able to follow the show. Doctor Who in general is much more dependent on the showrunners, not only tonally, but also when it comes to continuity and characterization.
Hmm.
Okay, that's compelling, I think, to me. If you ever decide to try watching it, I'd recommend starting with season 5. So you can just jump in season 5
See,
out of 25.
it's not how my brain works.
I know.
I just can't. Like I see commercials for like the new Doctor Who, and they've got this kid from Sex Education in there now, which is a show I really loved. And I'm like, yeah, I'd like to watch that. But I like my brain is like, but you can't. You have to watch these other 13 years. Yeah.
I think you could kind of get it. I think test it out, honestly. I think you
No,
could
I
start it
know
with
I
somebody else.
could. I know that I could. I
You don't want
just
to.
I bristle at it.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I understand what you're saying, but I think this is one of those where you'll be fine. I don't think I would have continued if I'd started with season 1, even though I like Ecclestone as an actor.
Yeah, Christopher
Eccleston.
Eccleston. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. What's his name? First name?
Christopher.
Christopher. What else is he from?
Using the leftovers.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
All right. She says, I'm
He
not
played
sure.
Carrie Coon's brother.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
amazing. We should bring him into the Ghostbusters. It's Carrie Coon's brother.
Definitely. That if there's one thing that franchise needs, it's more characters.
That's a good point. I'm not sure this approach will work for you though, Daniel, since the showrunners at this time were Moffat and Gaddis.
Yeah, well, Moffat I know from Sherlock, and I was not a big fan of that Cumberbatch Sherlock series.
You don't know Gaddis, Gaddis.
No, I don't. I remember Stephen Moffat was like a big deal for a while because he was doing Doctor Who and Sherlock, and they were both like always on like year-end lists and shit.
I think the Gaddis does too. It says Moffat and Gaddis, who are also the creators of Sherlock. So I guess they
Oh,
both do
okay.
that.
They work together.
Yeah, you just don't know him that much. But
Yeah, for some
all
reason,
right,
he needs to get a better publicist because I only know Moffat.
yeah, Gaddis got to step his game up. Um, that was a very helpful comment, Laura. I had no interest in Doctor Who, and now I have like 6% interest.
Wow,
Some interest.
yeah,
Maybe I'll watch it 2027 or something.
yeah. You got a lot to watch before that, buddy.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I
Gotta
doubt
watch
I'll watch.
Battlestar.
I gotta watch Battlestar and Lost.
Yeah,
What if I watched about Doctor Who before Lost?
I would kill you. I would fucking kill you, dude.
Before Mad Men and The
Oh,
Wire.
oh.
Oh, that'd be so funny. Thanks, Laura. Thanks, Josh.
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
next
Thanks for
week?
commenting. Hey, next week,
The penultimate
the
episodes.
correct. We're gonna get the penultimate episodes
I
of
love that
both of
word.
these seasons. It's a great word. And the Buffy one is called "The Weight of the World."
Holy shit. Sounds like the biggest episode ever. I think the world is going to fall out of the sky.
Oh, it's like Moonfall.
It's exactly like Moonfall. And I think Buffy has to catch the world before it hits. What would the world? It wouldn't hit the ground. What would the world fall onto? I don't even know.
Just like what's we'd have to discover what's real
Venus?
down there in space.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, what's the floor of space look like?
I don't even want to think about it. That scares me. I don't know. But yeah, something crazy is gonna happen next week. A death is gonna happen.
That we'll see.
There were lots of deaths this week. Everybody, all the knights died.
Yeah, bunch of nights.
Yeah.
All right,
Gotta be the biggest body count so far, right? Oh, everybody at the school.
Yeah, but I feel like a lot of people survived that.
Yeah, not everybody died at the school. You're right.
I don't know what would be the
Probably this. It's probably this one.
it really could be.
I think it is.
All right. All right. Now the Angel episode, written and directed by Tim Minear, is called Through the Looking Glass.
It's like an Alice in Wonderland thing.
Yeah. I mean, it's of a piece, I think, with Over the Rainbow.
Oh yeah. I guess we're just still in Pylea, trying to get home.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't really know what the name is though, but I'm very excited. These have been weird seasons.
Yeah.
All over the place.
They're very specific, both of these.
Yeah.
Pretty ambitious stuff. Doesn't always work, either one of them, but they're compelling.
I'm interested. All right. Is that it?
I do believe that is it.